non-existing help of resource extraction. Resource extraction causes damage to our environment. Many people may not know how huge this dilemma is. Much of our top oil, mineral, natural gas, and coal collection systems lead to water pollution, erosion, and many sinkholes. Additionally, in some cases, resource extraction may not even help the economy at all because most resources eventually run out. Furthermore, resource extraction needs little to no employment, according to Slate.com. Therefore, unless the country is directed by the government and allows everyone to have a job, unemployment rates will increase. However, just because the government controls the company, this does not mean it is successful. Some developing countries have corrupt governments that take all the money for themselves. Therefore, because of corrupt governments, the limit of resource extraction, and the havoc caused upon our environment, resource extraction can clearly be seen as a negative action for developing countries to take. Most developing countries with many resources end up poor because of their corrupt governments. Some officials in high power will often take the money made from these natural resources to keep for themselves. This puts the country into a state of war, famine, or poverty. Most dictators will not even try to improve their country, instead using the people within the country as step stools to a richer and more prosperous life for themselves. This can be seen in countries such as Botswana, Angola, and Congo, in which many of these infamous blood diamonds are collected from forced labor. This makes the government rich through the use of violence. The abject lives of these Africans exist in poverty, starvation, and malnutrition. Additionally, the extraction of blood diamonds fuel wars, ones that make the country continue to be poor. As long as dictators lead these corrupt governments, all hope may be lost. Resource extraction is also a big contributor to environmental issues. It causes pollution, droughts, and water pollution. This is a big and detrimental problem for developing countries because they are already struggling. Additionally, resource prices sometimes drop because new resources such as electricity can replace old ones. This great loss of abundance can be seen in Venezuela. According to the New York Times, this country used to be rich in natural resources, but a drop in oil prices and endemic corruption has impoverished the country. Deflation in the cost of resources puts many people into helpless situations because the government has a hard time supporting the people. This is what happens when the government heavily relies on a single resource as the main moneymaker. Also, many resources such as oil, water, and natural gas are limited. As a result, without another source of money production, the developing countries that rely on resource extraction will one day come back to stage one. Many developing countries that extract resources face environmental issues. Mining for oil and fuel sometimes causes water pollution, killing birds and marine animals within the ecosystem. It also renders that land unusable. Many pollution categories include air and water pollution, littering, and soil contamination. According to homesguide.com, the following pollution types cause asthma, birth defect, death of wildlife, and a higher chance of diabetes, just to say the least. A regular course of life usually should be one that leads a healthy life. However, these human-caused effects of pollution diminishes these chances. Additionally, we humans are not the only ones that feel this. Animals can detect changes in the environment as it rapidly changes with each resource extracted. As a result, resource extraction ultimately destroys this environment, resulting in only negative effects for the environment.